What's up, guys? Today we're going to be listening to Cracker Island by the Gorillaz. We're going to be giving our first impressions and our initial review, ranking 0 to 10, our favorite songs, our choice nugs. Be sure to stick around. What's up, buds? Welcome back to another episode of the Earbuds Podcast. This is a podcast where two buds talk about one album for a good amount of time. Today we're going to be talking about a new album that just came out. I'm sure this is probably the biggest album coming out this week. It's no surprise that we're doing this. It is the Gorillaz, baby. It is Cracker Island. We've talked about, I believe, Demon Days in a past episode, but I think that's about it, right?
That's the only Gorillaz album we've talked about. Legendary album, for sure. Definitely worth talking about.
Yeah.
This I don't know what the hell they mean by Cracker Island. I feel like that is just like a very awkward title for this album. But definitely the biggest one released this week, in my opinion. We could have talked about Godsmack.
Yeah.
We had a missed opportunity.
I don't think that was going to happen.
We could have talked about Logic, who I just I've tried so hard getting into him and I just can't.
Sure.
Steel Panther, that's a skip for me.
I'm
man.
not into it. I don't know.
And honestly, Gorillaz, we both have a lot of history with Gorillaz. They've been around for a long time. We've been listening to them pretty much from the jump. Back in 99 or 2000 or whatever when they first came out, and it's been over 20 years since the Gorillaz have started releasing music, and I've been rocking with them the whole time pretty much. Admittedly, after Plastic Beach, I feel like for me they fell off a little bit.
So you've only missed 5 records.
No, it's not that I've missed them, it's that I haven't necessarily enjoyed them a lot.
Oh, okay.
So, because I feel like Plastic Beach was their last, top-notch, pretty much every song is a banger album. And I haven't heard any of the singles that they've released. And I think they've released 4 or 5 already off of this. They've been doing that for a while, too, which kind of bugs me in the new kind of industry trends where, essentially half the record is released as singles, and then you finally release the album.
Yeah, it's, and especially Gorillaz have been pretty guilty of that little sin there with, Song Machine that they were doing in, 4 song segments, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Song Machine, and then they, literally, in 2021, I think they released, 4 or 5 singles. In 2020 they released something like 10 singles or 12 singles or something. Song Machine, I'm looking at it right now. Song Machine literally had 15 songs that they just released one after the other, a drip of that stuff. And I'm just not a huge fan of that, and it's honestly because I love buying records as well. So if you're gonna release half the freaking album before the record comes out, it doesn't really motivate me to buy it. And if there's already been one of these songs, song number 1 on this album has 46 million plays on Spotify already, and I'm just okay, if this has been out for 3 weeks, why am I going to want to listen to it? Yeah, why would I want to hear this song again if I've already heard it? In the context of the album, it doesn't make it any different to me. So that's just my gripe with the way that they've been releasing music lately.
I do think releasing singles too soon before the album kind of takes away some of the magic that you could get from the album. I feel like releasing too many singles from the album kind of defeats, why are we even doing an album?
Why are we releasing an album? Yeah, and honestly, it's kind of the same thing as movie trailers now, where the things that they're showing you or the things that they're releasing before the actual album comes out is probably the best stuff on the record. So I'm I don't want the 5 singles that you've released before this album came out to be the best 5 songs on the album, but that's kind of what my assumption going into this is.
Right. And it's you can't really look forward to this other half of the album that y'all have kind of said, like, these are the best songs and these are all filler. And it's like,
Right.
when you release 1 or 2 singles, you got a whole album there. And it's Fiddler. You remember that fucking EP we were going to do?
That's right.
They released a 4-song EP to prelude a 6-song EP.
Right.
And it's like, that fucking, and maybe that's them being punks. Maybe they're just like making fun of the industry or something. But like, that's ridiculous.
I'm starting to have a feeling that the record industry is flailing and is trying to figure out how to deal with streaming and how to deal with like.
It has been for a while.
It has been for a while. And another weird trend that we have seen, that there's been a lot of 10-song albums, a lot of A and B side, of a lot of clear delineation there, and it's a weird trend that it just I don't understand.
It persists.
It persists. There's got to be something there. There's got to be some suit in some fucking office of, you know, a record label saying like, this is what we got to do, with a big fucking cigar hanging out of his mouth. Like, this is how people want to hear music now. And it's not necessarily wrong. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get the strategy.
I've always preferred like 7 to 10 song, 30-40 minute albums myself. But it's just kind of, it's odd because for so long, that's not what the industry was really doing. In fact, they were kind of going the opposite way for a long time.
They were going the opposite, yeah.
They were like doing hour and a half long. Like, rappers are very guilty of this, especially.
Yeah, 18-song rap albums where you're just like, no need. Dude, like, self-edit. And maybe there's just a lot of self-editing happening here lately, where people are kind of, are a little, I don't know, nervous about having songs that might be considered filler, which I honestly, as a music fan, appreciate them if they're removing songs from the mix that they consider to be like not as strong for quality. Sure. But it's, I don't know, it's just interesting. Like, we're picking up on these little trends and these things that we keep seeing over and over again, and it's just like there's something there, and I don't know what it is. But not having heard any of these songs before, and being a big fan of Gorillaz stuff, you know, prior to 2012 or whatever, and not really hearing much from them in the last 10 years that I've been super excited about, I am looking forward to this album. I want to like it. Like, I'm not going into this with any preconceived notions at all.
Okay. I personally really liked, I thought Humans kind of gets a bad rap. I did like a couple songs off Song Machine, though a good amount of them was kind of filler.
Yeah.
But it seems like this is the first time Gorillaz have released like a regular sized album, you know,
right.
since Demon Days.
Yeah, I agree.
Since Plastic Beach on, it's just been like 15, 17 song albums, just like these epic hour and a half long projects.
And it's like, has it been worth it? Has it created a good experience for the listener? I don't know. Personally, not for me, but just classic Gorillaz, man. They still have sway and they still have pull. They got some amazing features on this record. We're talking Thundercat, Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac, Tame Impala, your boy Booty Brown.
My boy Booty Brown, he's back, baby.
Bad Bunny.
Has he been here since Demon Days? Has he been here since Dirty Harry?
Not that I can remember. No, this is a legendary like matchup that they're doing again. Boy. Yeah, this is for you. That song is for you. We got Beck on here, which is like, that's my boy. I've been wanting to hear some new Beck music for a long time, and we got Bad Bunny. So they got to capitalize on his fame. That's Gorillaz taking from Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny does not need the Gorillaz right now. Vice versa.
Dude, mad respect to Bad Bunny, who's been in like multiple doing WWE
crazy
matches.
Oh yeah, dude, he's been in movies. He sold out when I was in Dominican Republic. He sold out the stadium in the capital of Dominican Republic, 80,000 plus people, and he sold out the stadium, I think 2 nights in a row. And then he did the same thing in San Diego.
I do not think I've heard a song by him.
You might have. I can't stand his music, but the world loves this fucking guy, and I like him as a person. He seems cool in the movies I've seen him in. He seems cool. I heard he did good in the wrestling matches that he was in, so like that's cool.
He did. He did pretty good. He did a respectable performance.
It's like Jake Paul surprising people in the wrestling ring.
Logan,
So like,
yeah.
why can't Logan Paul? So why can't Bad Bunny do it, man? But I'm, do you know anything about this album going into it? Like the history behind it or anything like that? Like, is there anything we can?
I
any
don't
background?
really. There's always the Gorillaz lore, which I've kind of stopped paying attention to since Humans.
Right.
I don't know. I've seen a music video or two. I don't really know much going into this album. It's probably the album of like the least amount of knowledge going into from the Gorillaz.
Yeah, the most I know about it is that they started making it 2 years ago. So this has been a long time coming, apparently, and it makes sense now, knowing that they started recording this 2 years ago. That they were just like, can we just start releasing some of this shit, please? Because either the record label was holding it hostage, or Damon thought it wasn't ready yet or something. But like, they recorded that Bad Bunny song in 2021. Like, I think it's this has been a long time coming, the release of this. So yeah, man, let's fucking hop into it.
Let's fucking do it, man. With no more fucking if you're
fanfare.
On YouTube, you're just gonna
Oh yeah.
On YouTube, you're gonna get the general review after this. On Spotify, you get the track by track reaction and a little preview. Or if you have premium, you get the full song. Let's get into it. Let's fucking do it. Cracker Island.
Let's go. First song, is it Cracker Island? It is. All right. Yeah, man, I'm ready. All right, well, we just got done listening to Cracker Island, the new album by the Gorillaz, and we had some thoughts in general about this. So, Ash, give me your give me your thoughts, give me your rating, give me your review.
All of those all at the same time?
But like, if you can do it all at the same time somehow, because you're so good at multitasking.
Well, I mean, it's true. I am good at multitasking. I'll do this. I'll talk with both sides of my mouth. I'll say two different things.
I feel like I do that in a way that like I literally contradict myself when I give reviews sometimes. Like I'll hear myself after, I'm just like, I literally just contradicted myself immediately. So
we're paradoxical beings, man, just by nature.
Yeah. I operate off of and, not or.
And.
Yes, and.
General review, man. I was pretty into it. I didn't know it until we started the album, but a Gorillaz album is exactly what I wanted to listen to right now. You know?
I didn't know that I was gonna enjoy it so much.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm like, this is something that I needed.
Like a Gorillaz album coming out is always kind of a deal. It's always kind of something, but honestly,
it does kind of feel like an event every time, right?
Yeah, because there's usually a lot of hype to it. There's usually a lot of like those music videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I honestly didn't have the highest expectations here. I kind of imagined a kind of half-baked effort or something like that. But honestly, man, he kind of brought it. Like, the production was great on every song. I don't think any songs were like bad by any means. There were a couple.
Yeah, you started out with like super fun, Cracker Island, funky dance track. Oil was a great pop track, like Tired Influencer was cool, super moody.
Yeah.
Silent Running was like, there's a few whatever tracks. Silent Running was one of those for me, personally.
I feel like Baby Queen was probably one of them for me.
I think Baby Queen, I know you don't agree with me about Tarantula, but I felt like Tarantula was kind of a whatever track. And Possession Island, honestly, the closer, was a very whatever track for me. But man, New Gold, fucking awesome. Perfect Tame Impala collaboration.
Absolutely sick. And none of these songs run over 5 minutes. So
none of them overstay their welcome. When they ended, I was just like, perfect.
Yeah, that's good. It's a nice, concise album. The songs never go on too long. So even if you don't particularly like a song, it's gonna be over pretty soon, and it's like it's
you can always
gonna be a good sonic experience.
Definitely, man. That was something that was my favorite thing about this album, is just how good it sounds. All of it sounds, and I've seen a few people say online, a few of these reviewers saying that like the production and mixing was all over the place. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I think the production on this whole album was very on point. It fit every vibe of every song, and even like, dude, they had a song with Bad Bunny. They made a Bad Bunny sounding song that it sounded like the Gorillaz produced it, you know, and I thought it did great.
It sounded like a Gorillaz album through and through. I don't know what those reviews were talking about, but yeah, it was a great experience. I think if we had, man, I don't know. There were a couple of songs on this record that really excited me, and if we had maybe a little more of that throughout the album, it could have been really high up there. I think this one might be in the contenders for best of the year, depending on how the rest of the year goes.
Best of the year up to date, right? Like, not fucking.
Well, who's your most anticipated record of the year? It's fucking.
I have no idea.
Like,
I don't know what's coming out this year. Yeah, so, I have no idea what's coming out this year.
As we know it, this is probably a contender. I'm gonna give this one like an 8.6.
Dude,
is what I'm feeling for this. I love Damon's vocals throughout the vocals throughout the whole thing are great as well. I feel like
they're great.
Stevie Nicks was kind of maybe a missed opportunity, or like she couldn't really deliver on.
Yeah. We were both a little surprised at how much in the background she was, and I think that probably was on purpose for a reason. Yeah.
And if Beck was there, then
what the fuck? That was the most disappointing part of this record. That was so disappointing. Dude, 8.6. Goddamn. That's a really good score. And you're not far off from the Metacritic score right now. It's sitting at 8.1 as we speak.
So
what
you're saying is I'm a little better.
You're a better critic than everyone else that has done it so far.
That. I like that.
I don't know. Consequence gave this 100 out of 100. So that's.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if we're ever going to get up there, but everyone's hovering around like a solid B plus score for this, and I agree, man. This album has apparently been 2 years in the making. Had some solid features that I was genuinely excited to hear. People that they've worked with before, but have always been good collaborations. You know, everyone except Bad Bunny, I think, has already worked with Gorillaz in the past.
Is that right?
I think so.
I don't know if Tame Impala or Stevie Nicks or Thundercat or.
I'm 99% sure Stevie Nicks and Thundercat have both been on Gorillaz songs before. 99% sure. But also, they have been dripping these fucking singles for the last year or so. So I might have just. That might be what I'm remembering. Like, oh, they've already released something with Thundercat before. And it was probably the fucking track that's on this record. But I genuinely really enjoyed it. I thought it had a pretty consistent sound the whole time. It was a pretty great dance pop album for the most part.
Yeah.
Fun little changes in Skinny Ape I thought was really fun. The stuff that they did on Tormenta with Bad Bunny I thought was fun. Like kind of bringing in the Latin vibes, which like big ups to Gorillaz. Congratulations. Y'all are about to have your first fucking mega hit in Latin America, I'm sure, with this Bad Bunny song. That dude can like do no wrong right now. So they're about to get a lot of fucking money from that song alone.
Damn, and yeah, they need it. They need the notoriety.
And they really needed that bump, the Bad Bunny bump. Tame Impala, fucking just a match made in heaven with Gorillaz. Thundercat, also match made in heaven.
The Thundercat brothers.
The Thundercrats. I'm gonna. Oh god, I was about to make a horrible Democrat Thundercat joke. I'm gonna skip that.
Just leave that behind.
I'm gonna go ahead and. I don't even know why I said anything. I think this was a good album. I think it's gonna age well for the year, and you might be right. It might be a contender for like album of the year at this point, despite the 3 or 4 songs that I'm like just kind of was like very meh about. But 6 out of 10, really loved pretty much everything about those 6 songs. Didn't hate the 4 songs that I didn't like. Just kind of they didn't land as hard. And still, the songs that I liked a lot are floating this fucking score. They're keeping this thing afloat for me. So I'm giving it a solid 8.0 on this album.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. I think between Tired Influencer, New Gold, Tormenta, and maybe Cracker Island, I'm like, those 4 songs were just so good. Just so fucking good.
Well, let's talk about that, man. Out of those 4 songs, which two are your favorite?
You know what? It's gonna be weird, man. I had a hard time deciding. Honestly, like the songs that I've already kind of called out by name have all been my honorable mentions. I really liked all those songs. To pick a favorite song, man, I have to go with "Tired Influencer" as one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. God damn it. It's hard. This is hard. You know what? No. New Gold is one of my favorites. Yeah, because my second one came later on in the album. I have to pick a favorite from the A side and B side, I feel like, for this. And my favorite on the A side is New Gold.
If you say so, man.
Hey, man, let me make up my own goddamn rules.
Sure, fucking
I have to set up parameters for myself,
you know? Want. Yeah.
Yeah,
go for it. Have
sure.
fun.
Allow me to limit myself.
I'm here in the fucking real world. I'm I'm out here in the open. The cage is loose. The tiger is out. I'm fucking free of my own chains and shackles.
4.0 GPA.
4.0 GPA.
Full scholarship.
On the ricotta, yay.
You might end up in the goulash.
You might end up in the goulash while I slam dunk a 3-pointer from the whatever.
Yeah, it's hard. See, it's not as easy as it sounds. People give Action shit that his rhymes are fucking lazy. I don't think it's as easy as you think it is.
Well, he's not fucking freestyling them, is he?
He might be, for all we know. You don't know.
All right, well, let's talk about New Gold.
New Gold, man.
One
New
of mine
Gold
are nugs as well.
Yes, I assumed it would be, despite the Booty Brown feature that neither of us liked.
Yeah, kind of disappointing on my end. A little cheesy. Didn't really enjoy the delivery.
Yeah, I think his voice adds a vibe.
But I think it is a vibe. Parts. You know,
it is a vibe.
Now that I kind of have, I do not have that expectation of Dirty Harry Booty Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I can now all right, this is what Booty Brown's doing right now. You know,
yep.
And I'm down with it. But the overall soundscape of this song is just like juicy, tasty, nice. It's
dude, that fucking bass line, man. It's like, come on, man. That is the backbone of this song. That fucking bass part.
Yeah, and then
the synth kind of matches it. Sorry, go ahead.
Damon comes in after a while, and it's just like 2 minutes in is when Damon comes in. It's like, oh fuck, we got like a second chorus happening here, and it's like,
yeah,
fuck yes, it's catchy. This album's catchy.
Dude, Tame Impala fucking murdered that chorus, man. I think it is such a cool chorus.
Fucking
that kind of like where he doesn't, there's no break in the delivery. Like he just doesn't, there's like no breath in between. Fucking vibes, dude.
I think I would heed any criticism that they just like took a Tame Impala chorus and put it in a Gorillaz song and sped it up. I think that would be fair.
I don't think so. That doesn't sound like a Tame Impala chorus to me. It's very dancey. No, Tame Impala to me is a lot more chill wave sounding stuff than dance stuff, you know? This is like a club fucking like real hard 4/4 and him just like nailing the fucking vibe of the song.
Ugh, it is fucking juicy.
It's juiced. What's your second choice, Nug?
Well, I got some Narnugs.
Okay.
In Skinny Ape, I thought was a very cool vibe. It had that.
Yeah, it's one of mine.
Yeah, had that explosion just that's
what made it for me.
Yeah, the middle of the song. Otherwise, it would have been pretty. Like it would have been good, but it might have been a little more unremarkable.
Yes, exactly. It would have been kind of like, all right, cool. Kind of like Silent Running, where you're not offended at all, you're not disappointed, but it definitely didn't catch your attention. Skinny Ape didn't have my attention until it came out with that power pop second half, and I'm like, whoa, immediately like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Tarantula's sunny summer vibes. Yeah. I was into it. But my second Narnug is going to be the titular track, Cracker Island.
Ooh, Cracker Island's good, man. Great opener.
Yeah, dude. Just fucking
Yeah.
catchy as fuck.
Do, 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 do. A lot of talk about cults on this album, too. I feel like it was cults were mentioned in like 2 or 3 songs on this album.
Yeah, like maybe Cracker Island is a cult. Like the cover, it's like 2D with a hat. They all got hats or something. Murdoch's like...
I feel like Booty Brown mentioned cults, too.
I don't know.
In
I
his
don't know.
verse,
I
but,
can't
man,
fucking keep up.
Cracker Island's such a great dancey club song and such a great way to open this album.
Ugh, so fucking good and juicy.
That Thundercat bass line, dude. Come on.
Ugh, God, and it doesn't even come in for like a minute.
A minute or so, but then he does that. He has that fucking roll that like, oh fuck, dude. Yeah.
So, dude, yeah, I imagine myself putting this shit on and just fucking dancing alone in my room, isolated from the world.
For some reason, on all the dance tracks on here, I was picturing you and Lily dancing to it, like in y'all's apartment.
Fucking, I mean,
I don't know why. I was like, this must be what the type of stuff that they listen to while they're just hanging out, like making dinner or something, you know, or like random dance party in the middle of the day.
I think you'd be disappointed to find out it is more 100 Gex-esque.
Fuck off.
You're gonna have to fucking. We'll get into it someday.
Yeah, we'll move on. My second favorite song on here, yes, Cracker Island. Is there anything else you want to say about Cracker Island? It's a great song.
Nah, man, great fucking song.
I don't want to cut you off there.
Repetitive, but very catchy, very funky.
Yeah, not in a bad way at all.
No.
My second favorite song is, I feel very weird and conflicted about this. It's Tormenta featuring Bad Bunny.
Really?
I really liked the combination of Damon and Bad Bunny's vocals. They did really well. Like Damon's voice works really well on it, and I don't like Bad Bunny's voice in general, but it's just like it fit the vibe. It was very dancey. It was another one that had a great summer like love song feel to it.
Sure.
They did just enough of the tropical kind of like intro to it with the rhythm that once they go into that more almost straightforward reggaeton beat, it doesn't feel jarring. You know, they kind of set you up for it. And if you know Bad Bunny, you should go into this knowing what to expect, you know, but they did a great job, man. I think Tormenta is going to be a fucking hit. And I really liked it. I liked all the instrumentation, all the deep 808 stuff going on. That very empty plastic percussion that you hear in a lot of reggaeton stuff, you know, like I thought it was all really good, man. It reminded me a lot of what's the Ants song? The fucking with
Empire Ants.
Fuck. It reminds me of Empire Ants before the fucking explosion that happens that made that song fucking legendary, you know? It's the same type of vibe. And it's great. I really liked it. Did you like that song at all?
I mean, I like it. I didn't think anything special of it, if I'm being honest. But it's like
I'm surprised at how much. Yeah,
it's.
I'm surprised at how much I liked it. That's why I had to go with it, because the Tired Influencer was up there. I really enjoyed that one, but I was just like, man, I gotta give it up to like the first Bad Bunny song I actually fucking enjoy. They made me like Bad Bunny. I gotta give them props for that.
What a crime! Fucking crime.
Now I'm just one of a billion people that fucking absolutely
just
love this guy.
Sheet, man.
Well, buddies, what did you guys think of this album? Have you heard it yet? Let us know what you guys thought in the comments. Follow us on the YouTubes. If you guys want to actually hear these songs and hear our track by track reaction, like Ash mentioned in the beginning of the episode, fucking go to Spotify and listen to it. You can actually hear the songs. It's pretty cool. We had our, individual thoughts in between, so you might get some extra insight or some extra, opinions if you go listen to it on Spotify. Either way, follow us on Instagram at EPPcast. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys want us to listen to, and if you agreed with our opinions or if you didn't. We want to know what you guys thought. Yeah, man. Ash, anything else? Let's wrap this shit up, man.
Yeah, just like I pitch a perfect game like Felix Hernandez. I
Okay,
get the
bye,
fucking
buddies.
Chicago Benz. I get
That's
the
the
fucking
end.
rigatoni
Chicago
and I hit
Benz.
it with a baseball.
You're hitting pasta with baseball
I hit
bats
it
now.
with a baseball bat.
Don't let me get my gat.
Don't let me get my.
I'll make that booty go splat. Coo 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 coo. Do-rag versus headband.
Yeah, dude.
And when I die, make sure you spread my blood on a BMW.
I'm on a BMW.
See ya, buddies.
Bye.
Bye.